There we go.
Okay, here we go. We're going on now. We're on the air. So, what's the date today? The date is August
18?
18? Is it 18? What's the date?
The 19.
19. Okay, so August 19 and the year 2010. And there you are as Premier. And what do you think is going to happen?
You know, over the past 4 years, Charles, I've been privileged to meet a lot of great people in this province. And wherever I've gone, the people have asked me to help them with the most is, create opportunities to get their kids back home. Whether they've left to Ontario or Alberta or down to the States. And, I felt, that, those challenges that those New Brunswickers felt when they've lost their kids and grandkids. And, we've been able to reverse that population decline. 6,000 more people today call New Brunswick home. We've got some significant challenges today going forward. The baby boomers are going to be retiring. And as they move through the system, we're going to have less people working to pay for the revenue that, you need and that we all need for our healthcare system, for our senior care, for our education system. And the real challenge is that, a decade ago, we had 5 people working for every retiree. Today, we have 4 people working for every retiree, and the statistics that I'm looking at are showing that within 10 years, by 2020, we could have as few as 3, possibly 2 people working in New Brunswick for every person that's retired. So what does that mean? That's what this question is all about. And that's why the future is so important about our province. We haven't been perfect in everything we've tried, but we've always had it in the best interest to move our province forward. I'll never forget the young girl that I met down at Portage Atlantic. You weren't down there that day in Cassidy Lake.
No.
But, this is an institution where it helps young kids who suffer from addiction. And it services kids from all across Atlantic Canada. After all of the TV cameras had gone away and the media had packed on, this young girl came up to me and she was, I think she was in her first year at UNB or second year of studies, and she was turning her life around. And she gave me a hug and she said, "Thanks, Shawn, for believing in me." And that's the future of our province. She was able to turn her life around and be able to come back to university, and she wants to remain here in the province. We all have a role to play, and that's why generating the revenue to create those programs is so important for our future. And to do that, we need to create opportunities for our kids and grandkids, and that's what this is. That's what this party and that's what this election, I hope, is going to be focused on.
What's your best accomplishment in your last? It's your term as Premier. What's your best accomplishment?
We've been able to grow our population after years of decline. We've been able to create 12,000 new jobs. 6,000 more people have called New Brunswick home. That's equivalent now to communities like the size of Woodstock or Caracat. After years of seeing people leave, we've actually posted population gain. Our kids are coming back. We've created 12,000 new jobs in the midst of a recession. Other territories and states have lost jobs. We've actually gained jobs here because of the foundation that we've laid. Our test scores are going up. We're providing better services under the healthcare system. But, while we look at what we've been able to achieve together, I recognize today that more needs to be done. That's only the foundation. And that's what this election is going to be focused on, I hope, is on the future, because the future does matter. And most importantly, it's about, creating those opportunities for our kids and grandkids to call New Brunswick home and bring back the ones who've left.
Last point, and of course we got to talk about it. The issue of French immersion and NB power and all that. How are you going to tackle that during the election?
Our opponents will be focused on, petty politics. We've seen that to date. They'll be focused on, a number of issues in the past. But I'm focused on the future today. And, I'm proud of what we've been able to achieve in the education system. Our test scores have gone up. The literacy scores are improving. Our kids today are getting a better opportunity. We're getting ready to launch a new 21st century learning agenda. Our healthcare system has improved in the sense that wait times have gone down. We've had more doctors and more nurses working in the province. We're building new nursing home infrastructure for our seniors. So, I'm ready to talk about what we've been able to accomplish. And I said, not all of it's been perfect. But I'm also focused as Premier on the future, and that's where the debate needs to be.
But Jonathan, I got to give you credit, your personality as usual, no problem. Thank you very much for giving me the time, and Jonathan.
Hey, thanks, Charles, and use that pedometer I gave you now. You should be averaging 10,000 steps a day during this campaign.
Hold it, I'm so close yet so far. What did you say? You gave me that. You said 10,000?
You need to average 10,000 steps a day on your pedometer. That's what the Canadian Association of Phys Ed and Rec is suggesting. I average, well over that every day. And when I climb Mount Carlton, I think I put on about 20,000 steps.
How was it? I've never been there.
You've never. It's beautiful.
Is it?
When you get a chance to stand on that peak. You
Really?
realize how beautiful the province we really live in. It's the highest point in the Maritime province.
You're going to have your face put on it like Mount Rushmore, or no?
Well, my job is to convince the federal government to turn it into a national park.
How do you manage as premier to have 10,000?
I never take an elevator. You know, I always take the stairs. I walk to work in the morning if I can, and when you work, 13 or 14-hour days, it's easy to put that many steps on.
One more thing. I quit smoking 16 weeks ago.
Good. Congrats.
And look, I'm gaining weight.
Wow.
And so what do I got to do to lose some weight? What do you do? 10,000 steps?
You gotta watch what you eat. And I like a hamburger like everyone else. Don't get me wrong. But it's all in moderation. But if you quit smoking, that's the first step, and that's pretty impressive. And I'm going to encourage you to not start again, because I need you healthy. I don't need you to be taking on costs in the healthcare system.
Thanks a lot, John. See you later.